What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rex Fights is at it again with another episode of All Eyez On Raf, episode 4. And I want to break down 4 subjects for you today. The first one I want to dive into is the Mayweather and Pacquiao negotiations. The first thing I want to lay out is the facts. Alright, fact number 1 is that there's $200 million on the table. Apparently there's a funder, unknown funder, that wants to give up $200 million to see the fight. He doesn't care about what promotion anybody's with. He doesn't care about who's doing what and who believes in what. Doesn't care about any of that stuff. He or she. That person put $200 million on the table to make it happen. The pressure is building, especially for Mayweather, because for some reason he wants to control the fight. Now, the other fact is the fight will be in Las Vegas. So we can't see a fight in China or the Philippines or anything like that for the first fight. And I say the first fight because the other stipulation is Mayweather wants a rematch if he loses. Now, on the other hand, Pacquiao does not get a rematch if he loses. And it's fair. It's fair. I mean, at the end of the day, there hasn't been anything like Mayweather in a really long time. I mean, he's been on the big stage a couple times already and he's succeeded. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that things are happening like this. Right now, it seems like Mayweather is trying to grab at least about 132 million of that 200 million to leave Pacquiao with 68. And that's fine. I could see Pacquiao taking that money, and I think that he really doesn't care at this point, because Pacquiao has Mayweather money in the Philippines. Not literally, but he has some cash flow, and that money can spread and go pretty far in the Philippines. So I don't think he has much to worry about. He's made a lot of money already, and if people think that Pacquiao's broke and he's desperate, you got another thing coming, because he's already had fights. He's already a congressman, and you get paid to do that. And he's still fighting. He still has a name. He still has a brand. He's getting paid by Nike. He's still out there. So that's just a rumor, because Mayweather's saying that Pacquiao never wanted to take the fight. And honestly, I do believe that to a sense, but they're both trying to control who gets what. And Mayweather's more focused on who is he fighting and is he wasting his time. You know, he wants to make something quick when he wants to be the number one draw. And this is not what's going on here with Pacquiao. With Pacquiao, he can fill up seats too and get people to watch. And everybody wants to see that fight. So right now, I don't know which side to take, really, because I know that Pacquiao is not the same businessman as Mayweather either. I would like to see the fight, and I would love to tell Mayweather to just shut up and make it happen. But at the end of the day, you know, it's all business, and business takes a long time when you got so many people in both man's pockets trying to make things happen on their clock, when really the clock is running out. Mayweather has 2 more fights to go. He has another fight coming up in May. I've heard rumors that Bob Arum doesn't even want to fight in May. He says that that's for Mexicans, quote unquote. So you know, and I don't think that's a racist thing. It's just another way to steer the wheel, you know, just try to control the situation that's going on with these 2 guys, and they're both famous. You know, at this point, it doesn't matter. We're waiting to see what happens, and with 2 fights coming up next, if Mayweather doesn't fight him in May, people are going to be really angry, and he's only going to have 1 more fight to go. So, you know, let's see where this goes. I'm intrigued, and I'll give you any updates I hear. Now, moving along. couple days ago, I picked up the J.Cole album. I just wanted to touch on it really quick. I think the album overall is pretty good. It's worth listening to. I usually don't talk about music on my page, but it's all new here. I'm trying to inform everybody about any little thing I'm into, just to get some discussions going. 1 out of 5, I give this album a strong 4. There's no hits on the album like his first album, but I give it a strong 4 because it fits beautifully into his catalog. I have been listening to J.Cole for the past 2 to 3 years, and it's got me through some dark days. But I'll tell you this, man. It needed a female's touch on the album. That's why I gave it a strong 4, and not a knockout. Not a grand slam or anything like that. But I don't know, man. I feel like people should check it out, pick a song there that they might like, and see where it goes from there. But as a J.Cole fan, it fits beautifully in his catalog, and I just want to say it's a good album. Now back to the shows that I watch, which is Flash, Arrow, Gotham, Constantine, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Blacklist, and Walking Dead. I have been loving this rotation of shows this year. I've always been caught up with Walking Dead. I've always been caught up with Arrow. I've always been caught up with Flash. Blacklist, I still haven't watched the whole thing, so I can't really say, but it's been a great rotation with the whole Gotham, Flash, Arrow, and Walking Dead. For me, that's been my top 4. And I'm loving what's going on right now. They're doing a great job. There's good actors in all of those shows. Walking Dead is stepping it up, but right now Arrow, Gotham, and Flash have my attention. I can't wait to see what happens when Walking Dead comes back. They're all on a break right now. If you haven't watched Gotham, you have to try it. If you're a Batman fan, you have to try it. Man, it's hard to explain, but they're working really well with a little bit of it seems like they're on a budget, because you know how it is in most TV shows. The first season, they're budgeting and waiting to use the big money for the good stuff. Now Flash, on the other hand, they're stepping it up quick, and people are responding to it. So I can't wait to see more cameos from Arrow and Flash. Constantine is a good show too. Some people are not that happy with it. I think we should still keep an eye on it, only because it's DC. There's some good acting in there, and they have a pretty good cast. Right now it's Monster Week. Every week there's a new monster guy. The monster dies, and they're just telling a story. It's adding on and on with the story of John Constantine. But besides that, the show is decent. I actually thought Gotham was going to be on that level, but Gotham has already gotten to new areas where it seems like the story is going to get thicker and thicker. But the last episode I saw was not. It didn't leave me. It wasn't like a cliffhanger like Arrow. But if you guys don't watch this show, let me know what shows do you watch, so I can try to pick up on it or leave an opinion on what I know about it so far. So maybe I can try and check it out or review it for you, because I don't want to single anybody out here. But yeah, check those shows out if you haven't watched it, and if you do have a show that you like, please let me know. So the last thing I would like to touch on is the whole Eric Gardner death that was caught on camera. I don't know if some people know, but I was raised in New York City, and I know what it's like for people to depend on doing something that's not the greatest thing in the world, where you're just trying to get by and you're like selling cigarettes or something like that, or you're just picking up trash cans and stuff like that to trade them in to get money back so you can sleep for that night. And this dude was selling cigarettes. Now I don't know if he was caught selling cigarettes. If you watch the video, it doesn't look like he had cigarettes on him, but there was suspicion. And the reason why I'm talking about it is because I just want to make a quick point about how America can send the wrong message sometimes. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I'm not the type of person to be so political and state my opinion on so much political things. But I just want to say one thing, that I feel like it was really unfair for him to pass away like that. It was 6 cops against one dude. There's some people might side with the police and say, the guy had 200 pounds on the other police officer, on the guy that was trying to detain him. But when you got 6 other police officers with you and you're trying to slow this guy down that actually doesn't want a problem, you shouldn't have to choke the life out of him. I mean, it's one thing to put a man in a sleeper hold and hold him till he can't, till he's detained. Because I would believe that you can at least notice when you're close to taking the man's life. You can feel the air leaving his body. I'm sure. I'm not saying I've done it, but it's kind of clear. It's not rocket science. The guy choked him out. He choked him out until he had nothing. And the dude probably lost his cool. He didn't know what was going on. His heart rate's going crazy. So and then on top of that, he had asthma. So and he was also saying he can't breathe. So to anybody out there that actually believes that is that's like the man was not wrong for that. The officer was not wrong for that. I think they need to look at that video again. That's all I need. That's all I wanted to point out, and that's all I want to say. I don't disagree with the marches at all. I support it, but at the same time, there's bad thing that goes on every day. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a suit or you have a uniform on, a police uniform on, or a regular shirt on, t-shirt or a hat, whatever. Bad things happen every day, but I do want to point out that yes, I think it's true. Some cops they take the law for granted, and that makes America send the wrong message. So if you guys want to comment on that, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about that specific situation. And RIP to all those helpless kids, helpless black dudes, black kids, black human beings that were mistreated. I think it's good that people talk about it. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that, and that's basically the end of my show, the end of my episode. You guys already know you can contact me at RafLegend193 on IG, Instagram, Facebook me. You know how to find me. if you're listening to this, you know how to find me. But at the same time, don't be afraid to rewind me. All right, check me out, man. I'm gonna try to hit you guys up every Monday. So stay safe out there, and keep close to your family, because there's nothing better than that. Signing out. Rex Rice signing out. Like a young Richard Pryor with unforgettable quotes. They only care about a nigga when he telling a joke or when he selling his dope. They tell the reverend man I'd rather get to heaven with coke than live in hell and be broke. Shout out the black man who beat the odds by yelling for